Alright, time to start 0.
Yep. Whoa. Right off the bat. A very interesting build coming out of it.
What is this? Do these guys always run something crazy? Every final?
It seems they do.
It looks like we have a hammer,
warriors?
hammer,
Oh.
hammer,
It
hammer.
is. This is kind of a bringing back of the former 4 warrior build, except this time going with 5 warriors. This was something that was done about half a year ago. You run a lot of hammer warriors and you just try to dominate the map and just knock people down all the time and get your pressure through. And it was pretty effective back then, especially on Imperial. However,
backdoor assassin warrior getting chased down by hammer warrior. Little quaint 1v1 here in the corner of the map.
and that's the thing, like, anything they send, you can always just respond with a hammer warrior. Really, the only 2 guys that are really going to be able to take those hammer warriors down 1v1 effectively are going to be the ranger and the necro. Assassins, while they have good burst damage, those hammer warriors just knock them down and beat them to death pretty hard.
It's hard to say, dude. Like, yeah, you can send a ranger, you can send a necro, but it's not going to threaten the hammer warrior right away, you know? You're not going to kill the hammer warrior, you're going to pressure him slowly and make him run away from you. So, we have a backdoor on number 1 blue. He's, nope.
I think he's just getting the other team to move around a little bit.
We have a Ellie looking to go backdoor on red. And continue that flag stand melee. Looks like a little burst on number 3 here. So far nobody's capped the flag.
I'm surprised to not see 1 warrior on sense warrior at all times. Usually with this type of build you just have 1 guy who's like dedicated to linebacking like a warrior like him at all times and just never get off him. But he's, although right now in an honorable auto attack battle with kill streak.
Looks like we have backdoor play with this fire Ellie who's about to get collapsed on by 2 people.
This is what these hammer warriors do. I mean, they follow you around and they just pound on you, and anybody who responds is getting hammer warrior right back. Oh, you can't.
Rending touch on number 2 blue. Looks like he was definitely equipped to deal with a fire Ellie. This guy is in some trouble here. Definitely in some trouble.
Looks like
oh, and DP. Eats a no, nice stop by Assassin Warrior here for the full strike.
Demigod, yeah, that was really well.
Yeah, it was really good. What we just referenced here was a momentary stop in your fleeting, in your flight away from a warrior, right as he lands his bull strike, so you don't get knocked down. You can usually accomplish this. The most guaranteed way is to use a skill or auto attack. That is ranged auto attack. If you just stop pressing your move key, that's not good enough. The way the netcode in Guild Wars works is they don't really prioritize movement over skill use. So if you just use a skill, you'll be instantly stopped. So just know that we have a little body block going on. Nope, failed.
How important is the surprise factor that Necrolana just threw at Sent right now? I mean, there's no way Sent saw this coming.
I mean, like, look at this. They don't know how to respond to 5 Hammer Warriors. They sent a Ellie and then just forgot that Hammer Warriors can collapse on him. Obviously, the Ellie stayed there, and he was not prepared for the Rending Touch that Nomas had. And as a result, that's some easy DP. And after time death. So, like, he's non-factor for 2 straight minutes, which is huge for field position.
I mean, it's definitely, sometimes you can run a build that's not very good, but if the other team has absolutely no idea it's coming and doesn't really know how to play against it right away just because it's new, you can get an advantage like this and be quite effective.
Yeah, exactly. And by the time you formulate some sort of plan to deal with their build, maybe they've already gained so much of an advantage that it's insurmountable.
Yeah, I think a lot of this match is going to come down to how fast Sent can react to something like this. I mean, as we mentioned kind of in passing before, Demigod I know has played this build many times, so maybe he can offer some insight to them as to how to beat that, and that might help speed up that process. We do see that 2 members of Sent are going to try and push the flag, and they're going to try and use kind of the more mobility of the Ranger and Necro and the Sin to kind of push their flag and maybe get boosts out of here.
Yeah,
Death
we
on the
did
monk.
see
I
death
think
on.
I like that Sen is making a play with the pushing the flagger, something they're comfortable with, something they've done a lot, and they're getting a lot of pressure off of it. They're just making a play against, even if you don't know what you're up against, just making a play like this is often getting everybody on the same page is a good way to start getting your damage through, and they're definitely getting their damage through right now.
On a map like Imperial, you can always fall back to a flag push. There's virtually no builds out there, right now that are immune to flag pushes, so in the confusion you can always go for it, but you can see the lack of midline defense just coming, coming to fruition here as all these bars are slowly crawling down, and you only have Monk, Ritualist running the flag, trying to deal with it.
That's why I really like in the 5 warrior build having guys dedicated to being like sitting on certain guys pretty much. Like their default is they're gonna hammer warrior that guy, because if you get like 3 hammer warriors and one guy and that guy just gets an Orisa ability and runs away, then you have 3 hammer warriors not knocking anybody down, and that's basically your only shutdown. He's getting beaten right now. That was